This, believe it or not, even though it's pink, is salt. Now when I cook, I know there's some people, they don't like to put any salt in their foods. They say, let the other people decide how much salt. But I'll tell you something, I put a little bit of salt. Here I am cooking for Shabbos. I take off the pot, I try a little bit. If it doesn't have any salt, I might want to put a little bit. If I think that it's under salted, I put a little bit more. There's a certain point though then where I taste it. It tastes good. I put the lid on, put the pot back on the stove top, and I say, okay, enough salt. Why? Because in life, you can get by. It's fine if there's no salt. It might be a little bit bland, but beseder, you can eat it. But when you put too much salt on something, what happens? It's gross. You can't eat it. You have to throw it out. So in this week's Parsha, we have two angels were sent to the city of Sodom. Why? Because the city was going to be overturned. Hashem said, enough with this, enough with the corruption, enough with this selfish people. We're overturning this city. But Lot, Avram's nephew, was living there. And on the merit of Avram, Hashem sent two angels to save Lot and his family. So the two malachim go. They say, okay, the city is going to be destroyed. Lot takes his wife. He tells his daughters, two of his daughters were married, and the husbands mocked Lot. They said, you're ridiculous, nothing's going to happen. He takes the two single daughters with his wife, and they start running. And they were warned by the angels, just go forward, run, do not look back. But what happens? Lot's wife, she looks back, and she gets frozen. She transforms into a pillar of salt. Why? Such a good question. I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about salt, and like I said before, a little bit of salt, if you need more, you can add a little bit more, but there's too much, you have to throw the whole thing out. When a person, a little bit looking back, saying, okay, what mistakes can make me go forward in life? What can I learn from this? But when we're looking back so much, and we get stuck in it, when we're looking back and we're thinking, oh, if I'd only changed this, it would have turned out different. Well, guess what? Hashem's in control. You're looking back and you're saying, wow, all the opportunities that I missed. There's no opportunities in life that you miss. Hashem wants you to do what He wants you to do. It turns out the way it is. When we keep looking back and thinking about it and going over and over and over, we find that we turn into a pillar of salt. So what should we do? A little bit in moderation, and then the rest is just go forward. Shabbat.